When you're first starting out in business, one of the hardest questions to answer is how much you should charge. Obviously, this is a very charged question because in many ways, you are really making yourself vulnerable. You're giving people the opportunity to say, yes, you're worth it, or no, you're not. And so it raises a lot of issues for people. But one of the things that I suggest, and I actually wrote about this in a Harvard Business Review article that I did with my colleagues Marshall Goldsmith and Alyssa Cohn, is that you can think about it in a few different buckets. The first is literally when you are first starting in your business, let's say you're a coach or a consultant, you should actually be working for free at first, initially, as a way of getting experience, getting those first few testimonials and referrals, and getting the stream of business going. And you don't do it for long, but you do it enough to practice and make sure that you actually have the skills you need to deliver a high quality experience, so that when you do charge, people say, yes, this is absolutely worth it. That's step number one. Number two is it's very important to actually make friends and colleagues with people who are in the profession that you're entering. It's very hard to price yourself as a coach or consultant or whatever else you do if you don't know what those people normally charge. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to match their pricing exactly, but you need to have enough market intelligence so that you understand what the going rate is and therefore what potential clients will be expecting to hear. So work on building your network. And then third and finally, one of the most important things, and this is a lesson that the consultant and author Alan Weiss talks about quite a lot, is the importance, and I support this, of not charging by the hour. This is done in many professions by lawyers, by accountants typically, but over time you will do far better for yourself if you are able to do what is called value-based pricing and really understanding the overall value that your client is achieving and be able to capture that effectively. Now, it's a much more sophisticated form of pricing. You have to really be able to understand and articulate the value that you're bringing, but it's worthwhile thinking it through so that you can do that over the long term.